Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my channel, Financial Management eLearning. Today, I'm going to release another topics: ethics, corporate governance, and business laws. So let us start. Fundamentals of ethics, corporate governance, and business laws. So, in my all modules, today is just module 1, we'll cover ethics and business, ethical conflict, corporate governance, comparison English laws with alternative legal system, the law of contract, the law of employment, company administration and finance. So let us start. So ethics and business. Today we'll cover the importance of ethics and what is the ethics, values and attitudes for professional accountants, legal frameworks regarding and standards of business. So what is that ethics? Ethics is a system of norm, moral principles. Ethics covers how to live a good life, our rights and responsibilities, the language of right and wrong, moral decision, what is good and bad. So, ethics refers to human conduct as making judgment between what is right and what is wrong. It should have honesty, objectivity, integrity, carefulness, confidentiality, social responsibility, competence, legality. So, in business ethics, we should have morality, trust, responsibility, and specific principle, behavior, choice, reliability, etc. The basic concept and fundamental principle of decent human conduct. Code of ethics of a professional accountant. You may go to the IFRAC website and the list, everything is there. So basic principle, that is fundamental principles, a professional accountant should comply with the following fundamental principles. That means integrity is the vital thing, should have objectivity, professional competence and due care, confidentiality, professional behavior must. So we can say that code of ethics of a professional accountant, he should be integrated, he have some integrity, objectivity, professional competence and due care, confidentiality, professional behavior. The importance of ethics. Good ethics is a fundamental requirement of any profession. It should satisfy basic human needs, creating credibility within the organization, uniting people and leadership, improving decision-making, able to achieve long-term goals, securities the society. Value and attitude of professional accountants. What is value? Important and lasting beliefs or ideas shared by the members of a culture about what is good or bad, and describe or understandable is called value. Values have major influence on a person's behavior and attitude and serve as board guidelines in all situations. Some common business value are fairness, innovation, and community involvement. The monetary worth of something in areas such as accounting, economics, marketing, or mathematics. And what is attitude? Attitude, a prescription or a tendency of respond positively or negatively towards a certain idea, object, person, or situation. Attitude influences an individual's choice of action and responses to the challenges, incentives, and rewards. Four major components of attitude are affective, conjunctive, connective, evaluative. Professional accountant, that means they have some, who the professional accountant? We have the code of conduct. This is by the IFAC. Also, CIMA also said code of ethics. The definition, a professional accountant should comply with the relevant laws and regulation and should avoid any action that described in the profession, discredited the profession. Okay. If we see one example, a person Muttaqin is a qualified management accountant in a light engineer company. It is a family-run company, but does have number of minority shareholders with 15% of the company's shares. It is the year ending and the company has been through a difficult time, having lost key client this year. But a memorandum of understanding has now been signed with the new customer, which bodes well for the future. Future sales seems assumed the MU is not legally binding. Muttaqi's boss, who is not an accountant and is also married to the owner's daughter, asked Muttaqin to book a proportion of the future sale into this year's accounts, telling him the paperwork will be followed by the year end and the factory is to be making the products required. We have a question. should Muttaqin do, or what should he do? He has some option. He has to do as requested, challenges the request, asks for the request in writing, reviews it, bringing this attention to the owner, seeks a second opinion from the following professional accountant, start looking for another job. If we're giving the fact background in this situation, what he will do, Muttaqin will need to demonstrate course of challenge is the request that has been made until he has seen a written order for the new customer. To do otherwise would be wrong, as the year-end accounts would be false. If the transactions are booked before orders were received, Muttaqin would be demonstrating the fundamental principles of integrity, being straightforward and honest, objectivity refused under influence, and diligence, acting and according to the applicable technical standards. So, as an accountant, professional accountant, we have to work very carefully. This is another example. You can take a snapshot from here and you make it, solve it. Though here is a solve, okay. So another thing, legal frameworks, regulation is standards for business. We can say the combination of legal framework, regulation, guidance, and a standard for business are needed to provide guidance on behalfs. They exist for individuals and collective bodies and are a means of engaging public trust and integrity in the profession. So if we see that element of the regulatory framework, that means the top act, then regulation, license, regulatory document, that's a requirement, and under this guidance document, step review info, etc. is the guidance. So there are two categories of framework. We know it. First, legal bindings, and second, voluntary in nature. So legal binding and therefore is mandatory on all governed by them to comply. And secondary, there is a good best practice, follow the guidelines, standards, etc. So there are a number of frameworks in existence with the governs accounting profession. With respect to ethics, UK Financial Reporting Council, and Professional Oversight Body, POB, and the Audit Practice Board, APB, each has number of stated objective, but they include an oversight and review function on ethical matters. In Bangladesh, Financial Reporting Act 2015, enacted by the Parliament, and now efforts established under this Financial Reporting Act, and they start their functioning. They have appointed the executive directors. So what thing, that means ICAB, that means Institute of Chartered Accountant of Bangladesh, was the one and only governing body for the country's chartered accountants. But from now onward, the Financial Reporting Council of 12 members under the Act will ensure accountability and performance among the chartered accountants of Bangladesh. Moreover, the council will be a statutory body with members from various governing bodies, institutions, and professional groups. The FRC will the watchdog body in order to monitor the function of auditors and ensure transparency and accountability in accounting and auditing of financial organizations, including various government, autonomous, and non-governing institutes. The Act will monitor both chartered accountants, that's ICAB, that is CA, and cost and management accountants of Bangladesh. By this Act, CA and CMA both are the professional accountants. So today is I have completed module 1, and next week I release module 2. And keep in touch, and okay, take care. Allah Hafiz.